Greetings my fellow Eldritch citizens, I hope you're well. We're back once again with the weekly gaming news roundup and the start of a new month, which means we have an indie dev spotlight as well. Let's dive right in. PlayStation Plus's February games have been announced. These will be available from Tuesday the 4th of February. First up is Payday 3, step out of retirement and return to a life of crime in this cooperative first-person shooter. Next, humanity is under threat by an alien cartel who want to use humans as drugs in High on Life, a comedic first-person shooter with adventure and Metroidvania elements thrown into the mix. And finally, relive a classic in the remake of Pac-Man World, Pac-Man World Repack. The ghosts have kidnapped Pac-Man's family, and it's up to you to save them. It's predicted that these games won't set the world on fire in terms of the PS Plus world, much as January's games were also not that well received. If that is the case, we can only hope for a banger of a March lineup. PlayStation have also said that they will now be focusing on their monthly free PS Plus games being for the PS5, rather than spread between PS5 and PS4. So expect fewer PS4 titles in the future. So far, only 2 games have been confirmed as coming to Xbox Games Pass this February, after a variety of games came in the latter half of January. First up in Feb, however, is Far Cry New Dawn, a spin-off/sequel to Far Cry 5, available from the 4th of February. But the headline for this month is Obsidian Entertainment's latest RPG, Avowed, and this will be available on the 18th of February. No doubt more games will come to Games Pass this month, so watch this space. Jeff Keighley's annual event, the Summer Game Fest, now has an official date. It'll take place on the 6th of June, kicking off at 5 PM Eastern Time. That'll be around 10 PM GMT. Public tickets for the event will be available in the spring. Check out summergamefest.com for more details. It's the end of the road for Warner Bros. Live service MultiVersus. The 5th season will be the final update, beginning on the 4th of Feb through to the 30th of May. When the season ends, players will be able to play offline, for the foreseeable future at least. From the 31st of January, you can no longer purchase in-game currency, but if you have any currency still available, you can still use that to buy things. Capcom released their top 10 best-selling game series over the course of its lifetime. The top 3 will probably not surprise anybody, being Street Fighter at number 3, Monster Hunter at number 2, and of course, Resident Evil taking the top spot in terms of units sold. But we also see franchises making the list that haven't had a new entry in their series for some time. Onimusha, in 10th place there, hasn't had much released since back in 2018, outside a VR demo. And Dragon's Dogma matches Ace Attorney in terms of sales despite only having 2 mainline titles in its series. The top 10 are as follows. 1. Resident Evil at 167 million units sold. Number 2, Monster Hunter with 108. Street Fighter at 3 with 56 million units. Mega Man at 4 with 42 million. Devil May Cry with 33. Dead Rising at 18. Dragon's Dogma and Ace Attorney at 13 million units. Marvel vs. Capcom at 12 million. And Onimusha at 8.7 million units sold. Could a Bloodborne remaster or sequel be on the cards? Bloodborne's 60 frames per second patch creator, Lance McDonald, was apparently approached by publisher Sony Interactive Entertainment and given a Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or DMCA, takedown notice. This has been given 3 years after the patch was made public. McDonald was asked to remove links to the patch, which he has now done. The patch allowed those with modded PS4 Pros and PS5s to run the game at 60 frames per second, instead of the usual 30-ish, albeit at a downgraded 720p resolution. Might this mean that Sony have some plans in the not-too-distant future for the IP? I would say manage your expectations, folks. On to some other bits and bobs this week, and The Sims 1 and 2 are back, being re-released on PC with all their DLC included. If you missed it, a port of one of 2023's highest rated games, Turbo Overkill, was shadow dropped on consoles on the 29th of January. It is also discounted on Steam until February the 12th. Finally being released on consoles this month is the latest entry in the Momodora series. Momodora Moonlit Farewell is coming to PS5, the Xbox Series consoles, and Switch on February the 6th. For fans of arcade racers who also own a Switch and have Nintendo Switch Online's expansion pack, Ridge Racer 64 has made its way to the N64 library. GOG brings Dino Crisis 1 and 2 to PC DRM-free and with their original content fully intact. You can check out my experience playing the first of those titles for the first time here on my channel. I'll leave the link in the description and comments for anyone who might be interested. And the Pokemon Company is making a life-sized Gardevoir. Is that how you pronounce that? A Gardevoir plush? Yeah, let's just move on. This month's Indie Dev Spotlight is on Sabotage Studio, creators of the awesome classic turn-based RPG love letter, Sea of Stars, released back in 2023. I actually have a full playthrough of that up on my channel, link in the usual places. And they also made the equally awesome The Messenger, an 8-bit... wait, 16? No. Okay, both side-scrolling action platformer come Metroidvania game released in 2018. I recently completed The Messenger and had a ton of fun with this one. The influences of Ninja Gaiden and Chrono Trigger shine through, filled with humor and charm, as well as being a challenging platform experience. And Sea of Stars will be getting a free DLC expansion in the spring with Throes of the Watchmaker. Definitely check out these devs' games and keep an eye on them for any future projects they may announce. So February begins, and what do we have coming up on the channel? More weekly news, of course, plus I am beavering away at a beat-em-up series where I will be guiding you through both classic and modern beat-em-up games. I will be continuing to play and complete games from my childhood that I never played or completed before, and my Donkey Kong Country 2 video came out right on the last day of January. I made it, folks. And I have even more cooking away for you, my tentacled citizens, so stay locked in. And for now, take care. Be excellent to yourselves and one another, and I will see you very soon.
Mm-hmm.